Well, good day, everybody. Craig back at you. Out again on the 2018 Honda Goldwing. Out and about on my way to pick up some Indian food, some takeout. So just figured I would do a little vlog on my way there, talking to my friends, seeing how everybody's doing. I'm doing well, doing fine. It is just about the end of September, so trying to get in again as much riding as we possibly can, because we know that pretty soon it'll be putting the bikes away. And let this car go here, make my turn. So putting the bikes away pretty soon, so they wouldn't have, never looking forward to that. But as long as there's no snow on the ground and it's, you know, not 10 degrees, I plan on is getting as much riding in as I possibly can before you know, again, you have to pack it up. So feel good today. I don't know if you can tell on the GoPro, but up here in the Northeast, the leaves are starting to turn yellow and brown, getting those fall foliage colors in. That's always nice to see. It's nice riding. I'm hoping to get one more ride out to maybe Letchworth State Park before the fall is over with, to capture some of the beautiful scenery you see there with that. But just feeling good. Great day today. My Buffalo Bills won, so many of you who follow the channel know that I'm a huge Bills fan, so I'm happy to see that they won. A 3-0 start. We'll see if they can keep it up. Hopefully they can. And thinking about football, you know, it makes me feel good to be able to watch football. And I really hadn't pinpointed, but when football is on, it's like the world has gone back to being somewhat normal. And I know in many places, including in Buffalo, you can't have fans in the stands, so it looks different on TV to watch a game with an empty stadium. But I am happy that football's back. It just gives you that sense of normalcy, that, you know, you're watching the game on Sunday, you're talking about it, win or lose, you're talking about it on Monday, whether your team sucked and you don't know what they're doing, or they played a great game and you're all, you know, you're living off the euphoria of that. It's good to have that back. And I guess that's really the thought as I'm riding to pick my takeout up that I'm having, is we know that things in this pandemic era, we know that things will probably never go back to 100% normal, at least in my lifetime. There'll be some changes in how, you know, we interact with each other socially. So I'm aware of that, and I understand that. But one of the things I was thinking about is, the question is, you know, how long is it going to take to get back to the somewhat normalcy? Will it be done by, you know, we'll be there by the end of the year, we'll be there mid-year, we'll be there the year after. And the reason I bring that up is when the pandemic first hit, and I'm going to use, you know, February of 2020 sort of like our benchmark. Late February, March is when, you know, everything started shutting down. And I'll be the first person to let you know that I thought, you know, maybe we'd be dealing with these shutdowns and a different way of living for about 6 months. And I don't know what I was thinking, but, you know, I had a vacation planned for September. So in February, I'm like, okay, things are closing down in February. No doubt by September, you know, I'll be able to go on my vacation. Travel will be back to normal. Everything will be back to normal. We're doing what we got to do, but we'll knock this thing out in a few months. Well, as we know, that, you know, that didn't happen. So now we're entering, you know, October, and still, at least here in New York State, things have gotten better, but at least in this state, we still have the mask mandate, so you have to wear your mask whenever you're in a public place. And most of the things that you want to do, at least on vacations, you really can't go anywhere. Being from New York State, you know, we have there's all kinds of bans on travel. Not bans on travel. Let me clarify that. Basically, if you go to any other state other than Pennsylvania, when you come back, you got to quarantine for 14 days. And I'm being a little bit, tongue-in-cheek, but I think there is like 35 states on that list that if you're a resident of New York State and you go there and you stay overnight, you got to come back and you got to quarantine for 14 days. Now, the problem with that is most of us who, work or have other obligations, you can't just be in the house for 14 days when you get back from somewhere. You have things you have to do, obligations, so it kind of eliminates you being able to go. So even if you wanted to go somewhere out of state just to relax and enjoy yourself and get away a little bit, you're very limited on where you go because you got that 14-day quarantine. And I will say here in New York, they do check. They check up on you, they call you. And I haven't done it, but I've had friends that have gone out of state and they've come back and they've gotten calls, they've gotten visits to their homes from the local health department just to make sure they are quarantining. So anyway, all of that little diatribe, all that leads me to think is next year, 2021, because I was for sure, okay, we'll get through. 2020 is a kind of a, I don't want to say a lost year because you make the best out of it, but 2020 is a different year. But 2021, that's when things will go back to being the normal status. And as far as let's getting into the biking world, that's when you'll get your Daytona Bike Week back. That's when you're going to get your Myrtle Beach Bike Week. That's when you're going to get, your Americade and your Sturgis and your Biketoberfest and your all the other festivals, different things, and that's just on a national level. And your local level, you get your bike nights and your cruise nights all back. They'll all come back in 2021. I don't know if that's going to happen. I just can't say with 100% surety that because before you know it, we'll be bit into the spring. Time flies, and we'll be into the spring, and then all of a sudden you'll start gearing up and thinking about the different bike events that you want to do, or trips. Let's just say you're not a big bike fest person, or you don't go to you don't go to these rallies, but you just want to go on a trip with your bike. Depending on the circumstances, are you going to be able to do that? If Wingding was happening right now, I could go, but I'd have to quarantine for 14 days because Missouri is one of those states that's on the list for New York State. So my hope is that in 2021, we get things get better. I think a lot of people are saying many things are contingent upon the vaccine coming out. When the vaccine comes out and people start taking that, they'll be able to be freer and less restrictive on the things we can do and everything. But I just don't know, because and this is not a doom or gloom. It's just, I guess, me getting a dose of my own reality and not to think that, okay, things are going to get back to normal right away. It might be 2022. It might be 2023. But anyway, the whole reason I brought this up is football is back. And in saying, even though if you're not a football fan, when I say football is back, a sense of normalcy is back, and a sense of your regular routine is back. And I think that's what we're going to have to do, to get through the trying times, is just take the little victories that we get, the little things that make, day-to-day, I don't want to say living, but really day-to-day, I guess it is living, just okay. Things being good. So, again, I'm just having I don't know if this vlog sounds like I'm in good spirits. I am very much in good spirits and feeling good. And then whatever 2021 brings, we'll handle that and we'll have a good time through that. So I hope that you all have had the opportunity to get out, enjoy yourself, ride. If you're I assume if you're watching this vlog, you're into motorcycles, ride, get out there and enjoy yourself and enjoy this fall weather that we're having right now. So thank everyone for watching. If you desire, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel out, and we will be talking to you soon. Have a great day, everyone.